Hello, vengeful tubers, and welcome back. Let's play Final Fantasy VI with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we made it to the floating continent. Less progress than I would have liked, but we fought through some fights, some boss battles, met Ultros again, and then he knocked us off our airship, probably stole it, and we landed here on the floating continent, where we met Shadow, who's back for blood, basically. The Empire betrayed him, he's gonna go kill them all. And then Terra is here more so to try to stop whatever Gestalt and Kefka are up to. She's kind of upset that Leo was murdered. In your case you're wondering, if you brought Strago, there are a couple lores up here you can learn with him, but I didn't feel like bothering with it. So, let's get started. This area is a little different. Ninjas! Oh no. Ninjas will count as humanoid, so Bioblaster should work. So they've got this... I should probably unequip the fire weapon. They've got a lot of HP though, apparently. And they use all of the normal ninja tools that Shadow has. Perhaps in the counter attacks. Yeah, probably counterattack, so we're all dead because they just counter-killed us to death. Gotta love that. Well, we didn't actually all die, but you know what I mean. I'm not sure if they're countering magic. That might be the only thing they counter. Who knows? Brave New World adds just a little bit too many counterattack options for these fights. Alright, so keep everyone topped up for sure in this dungeon, no doubt about it. For whatever reason, the Hellclaw, well, it's fine. I just won't do physical attacks against ninjas with Sabin. I think there will be enemies weak to fire, so I'd like to have that ready. Oh good, dragons! Hope you didn't care about what row you were in. Which is fine if you've got things like Shuriken. Or you can jump. So, I'm not sure if dragons are more or less dangerous than they were in the original. I seem to remember these being pretty powerful, but we'll see. So that could turn them to stone, I believe. Luckily it missed. Yeah, they seem to be pretty defensive. Hurt more, so that's straight out of Dragon Quest. Dragon Warrior 1 even. Got a lot of HP. Maybe something like this here. So you almost have to treat dragons like bosses. Just because they've got so much HP, and I know they've got some pretty powerful attacks, or at least they did in the original game. You could try to run, I guess. It just takes so long to run in Brave New World that I'm not as impressed by it. You can stay in the back room. Oh, there, we got him. Okay. Well, they got a lot of HP, but it's not too insane. Looks like we're going to get a lot of level ups while we're on this floating continent. So let's use some of those to make our characters a little bit more powerful. Anyone else get an Esper level? Yeah, so Terra... I was boosting her HP up a bit, but I think it's high enough for now. So, just a little bit more magic stamina, that's probably fair. Alright. So far so good. Now, I'm going to just put a couple save states down in this dungeon, because I'm just... Brave New World makes a lot of things just a little bit too difficult for my liking, and I don't have to redo this if we get wiped out by a random battle. So these guys, I happen to know, are undead, so Sabin can't even physically attack them. His water claw could drain, cast the drain spell, and that would basically suicide himself. I'm pretty sure they're weak to fire, though. That did pretty good damage. So, seeing as we're not doing physical attacks... Oh, good. Now I can't even input it right. But Fire Dance should work. I just can never input it anymore. Getting old. Alright, so that's good. Those guys are... Well, I mean, they're not the worst, but you gotta be careful with them, because they can... I think they've got the Life Shaver attack. We've seen that before. And let's just get rid of that Ocean See, See, the poison will work on the ninjas, but then the fire won't. Fire would work, I think, on those guys we just fought. It's kind of difficult to get 2 claws that do the right thing. I think we can't equip ocean claws because the drain is just never going to work. Holy elemental would work. I guess we're just not going to attack with Sabin very often. It's just too difficult because everything is immune to something here, it seems like. So, I mean, as expected, the ninja mask is a pretty good helmet for Shadow. Look at that, magic defense. Magic evasion even up pretty high. Good. Keep him alive. I put him in the front row, which is a little bit scary. Alright, so this time we've got a couple enemies. One thing to note, I believe these guys can do the 1,000 needles attack that does 1,000 damage. If you have Strago, I believe he can learn it. I think it's called Blowfish now, technically, but, you know, 1,000 needles. Just gonna do a normal attack. Gonna see if I can figure out how to do that blitz again, because apparently I'm gonna just have to cheat one of these days and memorize it via not memorizing at all, but by okay, see, look at this. Ninja's immune to fire. Brain Pan's healed by taking fire. It's great. I think Smirk causes confusion. That's lovely. Alright. We're off to a great start for this battle. So Edgar's jump is basically useless because of all the enemies we're fighting in this group. I mean, we killed the one enemy he can damage, so that's something. I don't remember the Brain Pans being particularly... We're gonna lose, like, half our team. Yeah, it's fun. I love it when a random battle has a high chance of just wiping your team out. I don't think I'm under-leveled either. Like, I was looking at kind of the amount of experience you get around here. We could get a few levels up pretty quickly, but... I brought the characters that are the most durable I could bring, and we're still just getting wiped. Please kill at least one of them. Alright, that's something. Well, I don't even get a chance to heal anybody, so... Basically, if he just spams that ability, I can never heal up. So, it's good times. Guess I could have brought someone with auto haste. That's a pretty good ability as well, with Relic. Alright, we need to get out of here. Thanks for that. That was good. Good job, Sabin, for saving the day. Oh, I should use Bioblaster. That's the one. It won't work on the undead enemies, but it'll definitely work on ninjas. Alright, we're all healed up. We're fine. Look at this. No problem. Just one random battle taking, like, 5 minutes. Totally fair. So one he's vanished. I'm pretty sure the AI is to just always spam throwing weapons like that. So what you should do is try to hit them quickly. Alright, it's all good, guys. Nothing to worry about. I'm not worried that we're going to die in any one random encounter here. No, no, no. Don't worry, guys. Brave New World, it's not a difficulty mod. So I believe that's the way forward, but maybe you want... I'm definitely saving this. Maybe you want some secret treasure that's a trap. Alright. It's probably fine, but, you know... Everyone say hello to Gigantos. Now, if I remember correctly, in the original game, his gimmick was he loves to do counterattacks to physical attacks. So we'll see what he does. Avalanche. I don't know if that was a counter necessarily or what. Could be. I think these kind of guys often have like Quake Earth Elemental type things too. Probably just heal a little bit here. That should slow him one way or the other. Doesn't somebody have float? Anyway, let's get sap on him as well as slow. You might be able to steal something from this guy if you brought Locke. I don't think it's anything super amazing, though. Let's see if he has a physical counter. Maybe he just does Avalanche to counter everything nowadays. It's not as bad as his, he used to do like 3 jabs and uppercut or something. That was pretty brutal. Maybe we could just kill him with stone if... Honestly, he probably counts as humanoid, so Bioblaster is probably what I should be using. Honestly, so far, he seems actually a lot weaker than the original version, which is odd in Brave New World. Almost everything is so much stronger now. Bioblaster didn't seem that amazing. He's definitely countering like crazy with that, though. But I have a feeling that's like percentage HP damage or something. Not just flat damage. Well, I'm gonna run out of MP with Terra way too fast. That's pretty good, though. Wow. Over 3 grand. No morph needed. Alright. Good fight, good night. And a hero ring. So those are pretty awesome, so it was worth it. I'm sure you can't steal one of those, but we're gonna give that to Terra instead of the magic cube, and that will boost her physical... No, it won't. They changed it. Okay, hero ring used to give you bonus physical and magical damage. Instead, it's the new Knight's Cape, I guess. Okay. Maybe it's got the secret effect of giving you plus 25% damage. You can't go renaming... You can't go changing relics completely from what they used to do, right? Looks like it no longer gives you the physical damage bonus. That's too bad. Oh well, it puts Sabin's HP over 1,000. The MP bonus is almost completely worthless. For him. I mean, like, other people would certainly enjoy it. Later on, I'm sure we'll find someone that can use that. Alright, let's keep moving. Dactyls and ninjas. So, if I had to take a guess, I would say they might be weak to lightning. Not particularly. Let's see if this can wipe them out. I need to find a way of winning these fights without spending a ton of Terra's MP, basically. Oh, good! Really powerful counterattack, probably. Well, not too bad. So is that going to counter physical, or like... How do I know how to avoid stuff like that, is the question. Seems like every battle in Brave New World just becomes like a puzzle. You have to figure out how to not get counter-killed. Maybe that's an on-death counter and there's nothing you can do to avoid that one? I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to save Terra's MP for healing, and I know we already burned through so much of it. So much. Alright, well let's jump in another pit of death. Seems like a bad idea on a floating continent, but they haven't dumped us into the air yet. So we're gonna go this way first. Hey look, more of these guys. Darkmoor. I wonder if that's a lore we can learn. Discord was a lore for sure. Oh, that's good. Just start with dying, basically. Sure, just do that, that's fine. I don't know how much damage auto crossbow will do these days. Not the worst. At least it's free, basically. I don't have to worry about running out of MP. There's the problem. I've told you Life Shaver was a bit of a jerk move before, I think. Alright, we're good. Nothing to worry about. We're totally safe. Now, normally at the beginning of this dungeon, that save point, you could use a tent, or you could use sleeping bags and stuff to recover your MP. not an option here. Can't go up, so you gotta go down. And I think you have to go through this route first. It's actually quite a linear dungeon, it's just you have to go through it in a certain order and unlock new passages. It looks really mazy, but it's not really. Come on. I can do this. Dang it! Can't trust me at all. Can never get that ability in. I mean, I don't know. I feel like... I honestly feel like, I don't mean to whine, but I feel like my gamepad or the emulator or something has made doing the rotation type blitzes like Fire Dance way more difficult than they should be. In fact, you know what? Because this dungeon's already cheating enough... Hold on, just 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll show you a little trick. Oh, I have to turn the recording off. Alright, just if you're, in case you're using the Z SNES emulator the way I am, if you go to miscellaneous and key combinations, these were actually here. I made them apparently years ago and I totally forgot about it. So they're supposed to be the blitzes, and we'll see these other two later on. But the Fire Dance is the one I apparently mess up on emulator regularly. And the way I've got it is, once I press the F key on my keyboard, the emulator will then press the A button, wait 5 frames, press left, hold 1 frame, press down, hold 1 frame, release left, 1 frame, press right, 1 frame, release down, 1 frame, and then release right, 1 frame, and press A again. So before I click A to select Blitz, I would just press that. And that should work every time. We'll test it out. I haven't used it yet ever, so in this Let's Play, because I kind of consider it cheating, but, you know, I feel like the game's cheating too, so fair is fair now. So this is just a dead end, but it does show you where your airship hangs out. I guess Ultros and Chupon did not take over your airship somehow. Just traveling around the inner tubes. Alright, so we've been down there before once. Now the land has changed a little bit, and we can get a different direction. Oh good, a dragon. It's kind of annoying, honestly. Because he's so difficult, let's get Sap and slow on him immediately. Maybe I should move people to the front row after it. I don't know. Certainly we deal more damage from the front row. And if he gets a counterattack for every attack, like every time we do anything, you kind of want to do maximum damage per hit rather than lots of little hits. Doesn't get a counter every time. Who knows? I don't know how it works. You know what would be cool, maybe, mod developers, if you're watching? For attacks that are specifically counter only, maybe have it say, like, this is a counter, if there's a way for it to display that this is a counter attack. Because it's so hard to tell what you're supposed to do these fights properly. I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe it's not possible anyway, I don't know. Looks like we killed the dragon faster than expected, so at least we've got that going. So killing dragons apparently is the way to get level ups though, wowzers. So Terra just gets magic for now. Sabin is going... He's got 2 levels up. Stamina helps Fire Dance and Aura Bolt, but not much else. Oh, and Mantra, I guess. I'm pretty sure my Suplex, which is my best damage, uses Vigor, so we'll keep boosting that for now. I think Edgar could use a little bit more HP. And then Shadow doesn't have any options, so It does give him a little bit of defense in the sense that Vigor helps his physical defense and Stamina reduces enemy status elements and stuff. So, I mean, it's not as good as HP in my opinion, but, you know, anything to keep him alive. It's better than nothing, is the truth. Alright, more of these jerks. So let's go... Let's see, fire only works on the flying undead thing. Water then, maybe? I don't know. Let's see if this works on everything. Yeah, that's pretty good. Water, the head thing must be weak to water. Then we could, drill the ninja, maybe? Hold on, I just want to see what happens here. He's probably going to vanish. Oh, okay, hold on. F. Hopefully that works. It's not quite as good as press R for respect, but press F for fire dance, maybe? Yeah! Alright, well I've got a way to cheese it now if I'm having a hard time. I know it won't work on the ninja, but I just wanted to see it. That's fine. Sabin can shrug that off. And I do know that, well that, again, maybe that was his death attack again, even though he died to sap. Yeah, that's fair. We don't even do a physical attack and we get countered anyway. Or, like, we don't even use a command and we get countered. Alright. Unfortunately, Terra is almost out of MP. Might be a good reason to bring Strago or Realm, just because they've got a little bit more sustainability when there's no way to rest. Because they can drain with Osmos. Hey, Behemoths! Another super fight. Well, I don't want to do too much because I'm worried about counterattacks, as always, but let's see what happens here. Did not do very much. Basically out of MP, so... I mean, Behemoths are often some of the more dangerous enemies you'll fight, so... Classic Final Fantasy enemies, you know. That suplex is doing pretty good. And drill. Yeah, okay, okay. Just to see if this does more damage than the physical. Probably does. I should probably just put Shadow in the back row. I was expecting his physical attack to do a little bit better. And it's not really hitting very hard. And I've got lots of shurikens, so maybe if I just put him in the back row and threw shurikens and ninja scrolls, he'd be a little bit more survivable. But I honestly thought his dual wielding physical attack would be better. Too bad. When she gets that extra lightning off, that works real well. Edgar getting his level ups. Everyone's getting espers and stuff up. Alright. Now, hopefully we don't have too much further to go before we can heal up. You'll see. I definitely don't recommend wasting much time in this dungeon because the battles are so brutal, even more than usual. I keep forgetting to put him in the back row, don't I? That might have been a counter, it's hard to tell. Just want to save Terra's turn, just in case I need to do some healing here. So that was a counter on the Blitz. It didn't counter on the Scroll or the Tool. It could be specifically a Blitz-only counter. I have heard some people were saying that some enemies have very specific counter conditions, like hit by jump or hit by Blitz. And those are the kind that are really hard for me to figure out what's causing them. Look at this! Look at that! The Hero's Ring, the covering effect actually working. And sap working. Okay, I feel like You know, I feel like I'm trying to get all the mechanics working well. It's just... Like, I don't feel like I'm missing any big tricks here, like, that would make the battles easier. I feel like I'm using most of them already. Maybe some of the real professionals here watching, playing along, maybe. Maybe you guys know some tricks I don't, like, bring Gal because so-and-so rage just wins everything, but, I don't know all those tricks. Good dodge. Alright, we're going with water. I think it actually did do half damage to the floating guy, but it's fine. I want to jump. I want to do suplex first in case he uses Vanish, and then Bio Blaster will knock him out of it. It didn't matter. Look at this! Now that we're getting the hang of things, everything's easy, right? Just a few battles in the floating continent and no problem. Don't make me laugh. I could die anytime, any second. So that's... Okay, I know where I am. I'm going here specifically first because I know what's down here. One of the very rare red ones. So instead of needing to use a tent to heal up, this just heals you anyway, which is nice because that's what a normal tent... Normal save points would do that anyway because you just spend 500 GP in the tent and suddenly you'd be healed. Anyway, we're in good shape now. We haven't actually fought those guys, the little demon-y looking guys yet, so that's new. I'm pretty sure they have a lore you can learn as well. Especially in the original game. I think these guys had all the level type magic, like level 5 Death, or level 3 Flare, or level 4 Muddle, or whatever that was. I don't believe those are in Brave New World, so if you brought Strago, don't waste too much time. Now, the Ninja Star, I just want to point out, is a little bit different than his normal Shuriken. These things will do a ton of damage if you connect with them, but they're pretty rare. You might be able to buy them one day, but they'll be quite expensive if you can. But they are, like, really good. I wonder how long this episode's been. Oh, well. Go a little bit longer. I don't know. Bolt, maybe? I usually consider gargoyles and dactyls probably the easiest fight you'll have in here. So it's nice that we got to see these at least before the end of the dungeon. The behemoths, the dragons, the life-shaving guys, they're all much more difficult encounters. Double ninja, same thing. Epoch Wing. We're not playing Chrono Trigger. What's going on? Now, it does look like the gargoyles are quite resistant to a lot of elements, which like I say, I might not know all those little details. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, they didn't used to have that, in my opinion, or that. Alright. So they've basically fully healed themselves and dealt a lot of damage to us. Good play, good play. Oh, that's gonna not be nice at all. Okay, it only hit one person who can fly away. It'll be fine. Okay, yeah, the dactyl's getting... Maybe it's just the blitzes. Maybe that's the punishment for bringing Sab in here, is a couple enemies just auto-counter all of his stuff. Maybe they're weak to fire. No, because... Because Sabin's Fire Dance, like, barely did any damage to it. But the Fire Lance did a huge amount. Yeah, I don't know. Not complaining. Not this time. Next time, though. So, if you are really struggling and you want to leave, you can leave. It's not as if the fate of the world is hanging in the balance, you know. We are not going to jump, because we're doing this all in one run, but if you want to come back with Strago and learn some lores, you know, be my guest. Perhaps some of these enemies will unlock in the Veldt, and you could go teach, what's his face? Teach Gal some of them. Don't accidentally throw your Ninja Star here. I'm actually kind of happy we slowed the one in the back, because now it'll get less attacks and we can try to kill the one in the front first. There should be an encounter in this place with a single behemoth. The double behemoth is like the more dangerous one usually. Let's see what a physical hit here can do. Oh. So, immune to water? That's kind of rude. Not immune to lightning, at least. Oh, and then when he's alone, he uses Meteor. Great. At least it's got some chance to miss. Maybe they don't... Maybe Brave New World doesn't give you solo behemoths because he's got a really nasty extra attack when he's on his own. That would make some sense to me. At least they go down fairly quick with this party. Like, I don't know what you'd be doing if you brought Locke. Trying to steal from this guy up here, no doubt. Alright, so we're gonna have a fairly serious boss fight, so settle in for a wild ride. Do we not have anyone with float? Okay. I'm gonna preemptively put float on everyone. Oh, I could have saved some MP there if I wanted, of course. Okay, that's all we can really do preemptively. You can be in the back. You can be in the back. Sabin can be in the front, because he's got to protect everybody. I'm just going to put a save anyway, just in case. This guy, well... well... New music! So you might remember that there was a man in one of the towns that talked about Atma weapon and thought, oh, it's just a sword. Don't worry about it. It's not a real monster. Prepare yourself. This guy, no joke. Oh, you know what? I should have used his summon. Well, maybe. Portrait. Who's it going to work on? 3 out of 4? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Heal up. Alright, so first off, I'd love to get Sap and Slow on him if I can, if they work. So we'll get that going. Enjoy that boss music, though. I love this guy. I think Shadow actually had some magic he could have learned. I forgot to spend his SP. That's my bad. Now, you might remember one of the guys we talked to said that there's like a way to defeat the boss. I'm pretty sure there was someone that mentioned something about using the shadowy summon thing, and I think they were referring to Phantom. I think all this does is give everyone image, which makes you immune to physicals, and as soon as you're hit by magic, I think you take... Well, the vanish effect disappears once you're hit by magic, including curing, like healing magic and all that. So we're going to hold off for now. Yeah, there's Flare. So yeah, Vanish won't hide you from Flare. Hope you brought lots of HP. But yeah, we should really do a little bit of buffing. So, seeing as that inflicted Sap, I think, we should put Regen to counter that anyway. And, honestly, let's just go through the whole caboodle. This guy is pretty serious. This is probably the most serious boss fight you've seen in the game, so... Oh yeah, by the way, I hope you put float on everybody like I did. I wasn't kidding. Yeah, let's do some buffing. Now he's regenerating, that's annoying. Like that. Actually, he probably has an attack that destroys all of your buffs. So it might not be worth a whole lot to put buffs on everyone. Like maybe Safe Shell, all that is just a little bit too much. That might be overkill. Maybe we'll just try like Regen and Haste, because they're both really, really good. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't put it past him to have an ability to sort of dispel our buffs. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. Alright, slow and sap again, maybe? Okay, he's still regenerating. Oh, that's... So Grav Bomb will counter float, which is something we do need. I should put regen on the last person. Now everyone has regen. And because this guy uses earth magic so often, sure. We're almost done putting haste on everyone, so let's just finish that. Should have healed Edgar, maybe. That would have been smart. Alright, I'm glad we got that float in there in time. Alright, let's use one of the items I've never used before, like the tonic. Hooked on tonic, right? As we get our buffs on, I get more worried about his potential dispelling, but we are considerably stronger with them. I also should have thought a little bit more about like what espers to bring, because there might have been some really good effects we could get. So I think everyone's got regen now, right? You can check. Well, we've got one person with safe. I guess you can only see safe and shell here. No, regen you just notice. Haste is the red glow. Blink you can see. Right, well, let's scan him for fun, but I have a feeling I know what's going to be. Ah, there it is. Well, it missed 2 people. That's worth something. At the very least, though, I need to keep float on everyone. But I think it's time to just start dealing some damage here. Weak to ice. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, maybe I should have tried Bioblasters if I could counter his regeneration. But if he has auto-regen, then he'll be immune to it. Also, I jumped Edgar at the wrong time there. So far, so good, though. But I have something to tell you. The closer this guy gets to death, the more dangerous he becomes. That's why you generally want to buff early on this guy. And save that Ninja Star for later if you're planning on it. So unfortunately, Terra does not have the right element here. I'm gonna regen here again. I could morph her, but I'm scared, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. This guy really intimidated me the first time I played. Good. Let's try Bioblaster. I have a feeling he'll be immune to it, but... I guess we could put smoke bombs on more people, too. Ah, good old suplex, even working on Atma weapon. Alright, Meteor, how bad? How bad is it? It's pretty bad, but... That's why we got MP, we'll be fine. Good thing Shadow survived that, wow. Yeah, with his low max HP, it's, he's always close to death. I just gotta deal some damage. It's fine, it's fine. Edgar's out of the way. Anytime now, we'll start seeing, like, massive party-wide multiple hundreds of damage, I'm sure. Float is the real winner here, though. Ice, eh? Guess you could equip the ice sword for Terra. Unfortunately, there's no ninja scroll for ice. There's no weapon we can throw that does ice. Celeste would have ice magic. Potentially ice 3 by now if you worked at it. That's the best you'd get. Well, if she could equip Shiva, but no, we probably don't have that either. I think I don't have regen on Terra at the moment because he dispelled it. Oh, wow, there you go. Come on, everyone dodge. Not good. Let's at least get float. Yeah, the buffs are nice, but other than float, maybe it's probably not worth it. Just because it takes so long to put them all on, you know. And yeah, he's got a lot of HP. This is one of those serious bosses. Doesn't mess around. Grav bomb again. Okay. Probably shouldn't have wasted so much of Sabin's MP. I wish I had something more useful for Terra to do here. But unfortunately, we'll just do a plain old Jane attack here. Oh, I hope that doesn't kill Sabin. Actually, it doesn't even hit that hard. What was I worried about? I'm used to Quake doing well over 1,000 damage. Like, the fact that that did just over 100 is kind of crazy. I guess he might have Gaia gear equipped, which is helping, but usually Quake deals a ton of damage in Final Fantasy VI. We might be getting close. Oh yeah, we're getting close. Power level up. Hope you're ready. Let's just top everyone up a little bit here. Uh-huh. Now what? Flare Star. Oh, that's all. That's nothing, probably, right? There is absolutely no way for Shadow to survive that. Yeah, it's pretty classic. Remember when I said don't bring Realm or Strago? Because that would kill them too. At least he gets his auto protections on. Like, that'll help. Alright, quick. Is that multi-target? No. Is it? That's not too bad. I believe that's the spell, that's the lore that Strago can learn here. Instead of healing, or instead of attacking, I went with... Actually, I didn't even need to. I thought we'd need a bit more top-up. You know what? We could save the Ninja Star, but let's just use it here. This is kind of crazy. And try to drill him a hole into his face again. Did not do as much damage as I wanted. I mean, 3,000's good, but... wanted more. Mind Blast? What does that do? Probably status effects. Atma, what are you doing, buddy? Yeah, alright. Mute. The most important one to get rid of will be Berserk. Could have been a lot worse. Nobody's confused. Nobody got turned to stone, which I know can happen. So, be glad. I assume whatever status effect he tried to apply to Sabin and Shadow was stopped by some equipment, or Esper, so actually quite lucky on that. Yeah, that was not a bad status infliction at all. That could have been way worse. Raise again, alright. He seems to be getting his turns quicker now, which is... I mean, it's possible he gets auto haste or something at this point, and the suplexes don't work anymore. Let's top Shadow up because he'll die. Or maybe he just gets 2 attacks every round. You know, that's fair, right? Just keep suplexing him. He can't withstand that forever. We must be getting close, though, by now. Life Shaver, that's a cheating move as well. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, and then he... Dang it. Then he, sapped himself to death, I guess. We're getting close. We can't give up yet. Not that you'd give up, but... Don't stop watching. Don't skip ahead. You gotta watch me fight this guy. It's probably turned into a really long episode, seeing as I've been fighting this boss for like 20 minutes now. I mean, Brave New World may have upped his HP a little bit much. You know, maybe he didn't need to have quite this much HP. I'll probably kill Shadow. Preparing for Phoenix Downs, no? Oh, why would you do that before you got healed, you loser? Oh well, it's my bad. I should know that jump seems to take priority from everything else. Come on, how many more suplexes can it take? Mind Blast. This again. Alright, well we actually want to be ready for remedies more than anything. Depending on what this does. Alright, that's fine. Sleeping Imp. And Shadow, or Sabin barely uses his magic anyway. Just want to heal up Edgar a little bit. Good dodge. So far, he has not turned anyone to stone yet, which is definitely a victory for me. MP is getting pretty low here, though. That did almost nothing. I guess he's fully powered up, I guess, eh? Using his special attack called Full Power? I'm just hoping this does something special, you know? I don't know. Not even as much as a suplex. You know, anytime you want to die, Atma weapon. Wasn't expecting to have an hour-long boss battle here. How much damage? Eh, not that bad. I guess if you don't have Gaia gear on, it hits 350 or so. Just have to stay in the air for Edgar. I completely forgot to do some Esper summons, though. Well, Phantom wouldn't really help much, because you just get hit by magic immediately anyway. But I could have gone with Kieran for a quick regenerate on everyone, but... So that apparently gives you poison. Yeah, let's cure poison. I mean, the boss music is amazing, so I don't mind this going on a little longer than normal. That's fine. Alright, thank you. We got him. He actually didn't seem that difficult. It was more just HP tanking. He had a million HP there. But, good fight. Good fight. Lots of interesting boss mechanics with the countering the... There's interesting weapon. You might have wondered what happened. And we're going to stop it here. Because this has already been a super long episode, and... It's going to take a while to go through the next section with potentially all the plot and everything. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed. Look forward to next episode dealing with Kefka and Gestal and all that. Shadow might want a break. We'll see.